The Tech Disruptors podcast is brought to you by the Average Dad Tech Store and Stellar Data Recovery.
My left video just went viral.
Sound the alarm, roll out the red carpet. You can call me the winner or don't even try to call it. Against all odds, I bullseye every target, but they should have seen us coming. Don't they know what they started? No, this what I'm on. When I'm in my zone, I can't do no wrong. We gon' need to make room on the throne for a brand new champion, brand new champion, a brand new champion, brand new champion, brand new champion, brand new champion, a brand new champion.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tech Disruptors podcast. My name is Darren, and today I'm joined by my regular co-host,
Jason.
And Richard, coming back after a little bit of a hiatus from the Tech Disruptors podcast. If you scroll back to, I want to say late last year or earlier this year, he was on a couple of times on our podcast, and back by popular request, Richard has come back to join us. He is our photography extraordinaire, I think is a good way to describe it. Is that a fair?
Well, hold on. I think last time you joined us too, you used a Pixel device to stream from. The question is, are you still using a Pixel device to stream from? Oh,
negative. I'm not. I'm actually using a little Logitech little HD camera that I got from work. So
that's what I'm using.
It looks good. Yeah.
Well, I'm using my camera light box because it doesn't have a light. So
an essential. Richard, last time Richard was on, we were talking Pixel Fold with Richard because he had the OG Pixel Fold, if I remember right.
Correct. Yep.
And now that the Pixel 10 series is coming out in a couple of weeks' time, there's already a lot to talk about there. So first things first, I just want to give a big shout out to Norman Sand. He is the guy that creates the music for our intro track there. We just flipped up our intro track. That's a brand new intro to our show there. And that song, I believe, is called Champion. It's a really good one.
That's a good song.
Yeah. So that song's called Champion, I believe. So check that one out. He's on Spotify. Norman Sand, great guy. We're trying to get him on the podcast at some point. He's a very, very busy man. But we will try to get him on there at some point to say howdy to everybody. First things first, Jason, thank you very much for running the car, driving the steering, the ship while I was gone in Australia.
I think we lost a handful of subscribers after that, though.
I actually think we gained some because you got rid of me for like a month. But I've been in Australia visiting family, and after probably one of the longest hellish flights of all time. Thank you very much, Cathay Pacific, for that one. I managed to get back 30 hours of flying.
And that's the weather like in Hong Kong?
Hot. So hot and humid. It was like 30 degrees.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Okay. But one of the most beautiful airports I think I've ever been to is surrounded by mountains. And when the day we came in, it was a bit of a rainy day. So you had like fog in the mountains. It was like being in a movie. It was an incredible experience. But yeah, we just had a little bit of a rough travel back. So I'm a little jet lagged. I'm a little tired. I'll try to keep it together today. If I fall asleep mid broadcast, Richard, I'm just going to tag you in. Okay.
I got it.
All right. Okay, so we're going to start off with a little bit of a robot story, some robotics to kick the show off today. And then we'll get back into and we'll see how things are going with Richard. But Richard, if you were going to buy a robot today, like an AI robot that did everything that you wanted to do, including backflips and karate, how much would you be expecting to pay?
Oh, man. Jeez. So if it's doing all that, I would have to say a couple G's, maybe like 5,000, maybe more. Actually, wait, probably more, okay. Probably like over 10,000. As much it would cost. How much I would pay?
Well, so if this was a consumer pricing, let's say you were able to buy this today, how much would you expect something like that to cost?
Oh, damn, 10K at least.
Okay, Jason. AI-powered robot with backflips and karate and all that.
Is this
stuff.
one of those things where you go to like Sharper Image or Walmart? I mean, there's a big discrepancy of how
this
the
would
quality
be like
is
a
there.
direct-to-consumer from their website.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deal.
Yeah, I'm looking $20,000 probably.
Yeah, it's got to be around for sure.
Well, what if I told you that starting today, you could buy said robot for just $5,900? $5,900. So I want to introduce you to the Unitree R1. Now, I'm actually going to start with a little video here because I would like to show you what this robot can do before we talk about its price.
God.
So this is a ultra lightweight, fully customizable robot. This is actually available for purchase on their website. This is a legit real thing. You're not seeing a troll video here. So this
Are there any promo codes?
No. But this is the R1 that you're seeing here. Now you're going to see it doing a lot of backflips.
Oh my God, I've seen this.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It looks amazing, to be honest with you. It looks like Iron Man.
That's pretty good.
Wow. Okay.
That's a handstand right there.
So,
Hang on. Wait for the best part, Jason. It's going to start fighting you, buddy.
Oh my God.
I could take it.
Wait for the uppercut.
Yeah.
Finish him.
This has been viral. We'll talk about it afterwards. I remember I've seen
Yeah.
This is China only, though, right? I believe.
I think you can buy it anywhere in the world. I think it's worldly available. A large multimodal voice capability as well.
Which you'd assume it would have almost every.
Now look
AI
when it
has
starts
that.
running. It runs amazingly.
And it's downhill.
Downhill
Oh my
too.
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Robert. No, we don't want any robot. I said Robert. No robot companion. You don't want
I
any.
love the colors. The colors. It looks like Captain America.
So,
All right.
what it
so,
reminds me of is we were talking about this the last time. You weren't here, but
yeah.
you guys have seen the movie, maybe not Megan 1.0.
Yes.
So then Megan 2.0 came out, which probably bombed.
Yeah.
And there was like a more advanced robot like this. I mean, it's in human skin that could fight. And then there's a huge battle scene between Megan and this other robot. That's what this kind of reminds me of.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks like one of the drones from Avengers Ultron. One of the smaller
Yes.
ones.
That's exactly. I was thinking.
Now
that,
I don't want to
so
buy it. That creeps me
Now
out.
you don't want to buy it. Yeah. Now, Unitree, like as far as I remember with Unitree has never really been like a big robotics company. I think they sold like smartphone accessories or something like that along the
Yeah.
way. But they have lent quite into AI, and they are going for it. So when you go to their website, you're greeted with a whole bunch of information about the R1. So here is some
8-core
information.
CPU.
So
How much
humanoid binocular camera, so ultra wide visual perception, smart battery, so easily replaceable battery, so which is kind of interesting.
What was the price?
$5,900.
So you either buy this
cheap.
or spend $1,000 more over the Vision Pro. I mean,
That's exactly right. Yeah, I mean, I would
Vision
rather
Pro or this.
I don't know you guys, but yeah. So computing modules, all that, speakers, microphone arrays. Now, single arm degrees of freedom. So shoulder joints, 3 elbow, 2 joint. Sorry, shoulder joint 3, elbow joint 2. Waist degrees of freedom 2 DOF. Single leg degrees of freedom 6 DOF.
degrees of.
Why are we calling it degrees of freedom? It just sounds.
I
so
know.
bad.
I know, right? So here is a little snapshot. And I was looking at this. This kind of makes it kind of interesting to me. So here is the standard model, and then there's like an EDU pricing. Why you would want one in a high school or an elementary
Well,
school?
it could be for
I don't know.
college. It could be for MIT or something like that, where they could actually, if it's open source, they could work on their AI models. I don't know.
But I'm going to say this much: like looking at the specs here, the degree of freedom and the weight, it's pretty reasonable.
Are they available now, or is it a pre-order?
I believe somewhere around here. I got
Because next episode of the Tech Podcast is I'm going to Tech Disruptors Podcast. I'm not going to be sitting here. It's going to be that robot.
All right, so let's look at this though, right? Okay, let's look at this other side of the coin.
Okay.
Yeah.
They probably want it really cheap to put it in more houses so it can take
course.
over.
Well,
Yeah.
not just that. $5,900 is not cheap. But
Yeah, it's not cheap.
for
I
the
think.
technology, it really is. But
Yeah,
were
that's
just
what
talking
you know.
Off camera, we were talking about the Rabbit R1, which was an amazing device for $200. But now they have a subscription because they got to make money. something like this, I could see, hey, $1,500, but you got to pay $200 a month to keep it updated and have the models.
Yeah.
It's going to be something like that, I would imagine.
Yeah. Look, what I was talking about during the video is there was a actual viral video of this in China doing a boxing thing in front of a crowd. That's like in front or behind in front of a crowd. And then out of nowhere, it just crashes out and goes on the floor and just starts like seizuring like crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that clip. Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? I was like, what is this? And now I'm putting it together. It's this R1 right here. And it's like, holy crap. Because it was doing the same movements. It was doing the boxing jump. And then it just literally fell on the ground, just started like wailing his arms and legs left and right. It was just crazy. Like it was just freaking out. And I don't know. I can't buy, especially, so that's another thing too. Like you're going to call something degrees of freedom. Like, are we giving up our freedom by buying this? Like, what are we doing? It's going to take over. Like it's just creeping me out. I don't like it.
Okay. So I just have to put a little sub story in here. So I've been looking through the website here. So they have a bunch of robotics, but I actually want to show you one that's more interesting than this one. It's a way more expensive, but check out this monster. Hang on.
It's okay.
The Unitree G1.
Ooh.
Now watch this.
Doesn't look as advanced.
This is a boxing robot, like an actual boxing robot, and it's the size of a child. Why would we want a boxing robot the size of a child? I don't know.
Why not?
But why not? Exactly. Yeah. So,
well, like going back to what Richard says, like it's like so that one kind of spazzed out and had a seizure or whatever. I mean, I don't know what we're using these robots for. So if you're buying this as a home companion to like wash your dishes and take your dog for a walk, I don't want my dog going for a walk and this robot just having a seizure or taking care of my baby.
Just
and
like going crazy. Right. Oh, for sure. You know, like, or I mean, what do you think about this? You take it into a park or you take it to a busy place and it does that. And then it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Now you got to carry that. You got to carry it back.
A lot of people out there that are against this kind of stuff already, so you get more fuel to the fire. You know,
I mean, if people were getting side eyes for Google Glass back in the day and all that, but I mean, can you imagine walking next to this and having it show up at places? And
I mean, I got a little pet peeve with Google Glass. I had one. I had it twice, and I loved that thing to death. And the only reason why it died is because it was way before its time. Now we have Meta Ray-Bans that are just fine.
For sure. Yes. Forgot about that. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. So what's the battery life on this robot?
It's got to be
one guess.
It's got to be short because they mentioned that it's easily interchangeable for batteries. So I got to say short. Yeah.
Jason, if you had to guess a number?
I'm going to say 4 hours max, and it probably has to go back to a station to charge or something like that from time to time.
I'm going to say an hour and a half. 90 minutes. 1 hour.
Worthless.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes. It's very worthless.
So the Unitree R1. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. It's a cool concept, and I love that we have something that's consumer ready. But listen, I'm going to fly.
I want the Tesla robot that's going to serve me drinks and give me food.
Well, I mean, there's that, right?
That's not really a thing.
I mean, it could just be someone dressed in a suit. I mean, I'll come and do that for you if you like, Jason.
I was the president of Darren, but now it's changed.
So, I mean, this is where I see me taking one of these. I would beat the shit out of this thing. I would want to spar with this thing for 1 hour straight.
Yeah, but one good hit from that thing, you're done, dude.
I honestly think it's 25 kilos. It's got some weight behind it, right? So one punch connecting. I mean, it was throwing punches.
It kind of reminds me watching that video. Like I don't know how I got on this on YouTube, but it was like people who run their mouth like they go up to a real like boxer or a real MMA fighter, and they think they're, hey, I'm a street fighter, and like one punch and they're down the ground crying.
Yeah. I'm also wondering if just like in The Incredibles when they had that robot that was learning the different superheroes, as you're fighting this robot, is it learning things about you so that it gets even harder and then it's just gonna not be able to be taken over.
If you've seen Megan 2.0, and you probably haven't because no one did, that's why it's already on video. I watched it because it was like my oldest daughter actually likes robotics and she thought it would be kind of cool. But the whole thing is like the robot, the lights are all powered like a smart home. But come to find out, like I don't want to spoil it, but like Megan's like controlling the house for a little while, and it's like it was kind of funny how I could see why the movie failed.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was
I
cool.
can
The
see
first one was not bad. The first one was pretty good.
The two robots fighting was pretty fun to watch, though. I
Yeah.
have to say that.
Okay. I will say this.
Now,
I will say this real quick to talk about robot movies. Low key sleeper movie that was really good. Damn, I can't remember the name of it, but Hugh Jackman was in it, and it was with like robots boxing.
Real Steel.
Real Steel.
Real
yeah, that was
Steel.
a great movie.
I love that.
That
Movie.
was a
That
great
was really
movie.
good.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say Short Circuit.
Short Circuit also amazing.
Hey, that's a throwback. You know, I'm
Yeah.
84.
Oh, yeah.
I was born in 84. I had that on Betamax. I think it was.
There you
when
go.
my dad was-
Wow. All right.
Yeah, man.
We might have a
Yeah,
throwback clip to our Short Circuit a little later on in the show.
Oh, sure. I'm sure it'll be something else, too.
One 80s movie of some form.
Mhm.
Now, Richard, let's just jump over to you. So, what have you been keeping yourself busy with as of late, buddy?
Oh man, I've been super busy actually. Gosh, I mean, it's been hard for me to actually jump back on the show, so I appreciate you guys, lending me this time frame because
Absolutely, man.
it actually worked out. I just finished 2 shows on Friday. I curate a gallery downtown in Rochester, New York, the home of Kodak. So it's really centric in terms of photography. So I have a gallery downtown. For those that don't know, where I curate 3 underrepresented artists every month. So first Fridays is when we have those receptions. And just so happens that I also had an opening at a separate gallery for a little project that was, building up for a while called Community Over Competition at Flower City Arts Center, also in Rochester. And that showcase was kind of like a brainchild of me trying to, in a way, uplift certain types of artists that embody what community over competition is. So people that show up to other shows and people that actually support other people with help and all that. So I was able to document them, and I was able to get their portraits up in the gallery. So that was up. So I was really busy for the last 3 weeks trying to, culminate both of these together at the same time because they were at the same time. So I was able to get somebody to actually man the behind the glass gallery, the regular gallery I curate, while I was at my reception, and it went well. So that was Friday, and Saturday I had a rest day where I just chilled out, and then this morning I just did a really big photo walk with over about 30 people, local artists. We just walked around and just shot the camera and just vibed. It was dope.
So we're big fans of you, Richard, and we always have been.
We have a link to your, I think it's Linktree maybe in our description.
Yeah.
It goes through all your Instagram, your gallery and everything. Yeah. So check that out.
I'll be honest with you, Richard, every time I look at your Instagram, buddy, it makes me feel like I'm a really bad photographer.
Oh, I'm a horrible photographer watching him. Looking at his stuff, I'm like the worst.
Like looking at stuff, I was like, I'm just gonna fucking give up my smartphone forever and go back to not using it.
My first photography class, Rich, you might get a kick out of this, was when I was in high school. I'm not gonna say when. We actually had a dark room.
Yeah.
So we had to go in there and we had to put our hands in a black bag to separate the film, and then we had to go use the chemicals. And I had so much fun doing that. And I had an old Canon.
Really
I couldn't even tell you the Canon.
It's really fun.
And that's how I learned f-stops and apertures and all stuff. But that's just not the world we live in anymore.
Yeah. So what's
Unfortunately.
crazy is that where the gallery I'm at, I'm actually a resident there. I'm an artist resident, and we actually have a dark room and everything. So that's where I'd go and develop my film. Yeah. So we do black and white film there. So whenever I shoot, actually I got 2 rolls I just finished this morning. So I'll probably go maybe later today, hit up the dark room, and I'll develop those and then scan them, and then they'll be up on the gram. Probably
It's just something about making your hanging it up, and even the smell of the chemicals, just everything together. Just is
for sure.
It's just so neat.
It's good. Yeah, for sure. I love it.
In my day job, I used to teach students how to use the dark room with the black bag and all that. And the amount of times that students that I taught would go out, take photographs, come back to take their film out of the camera, and they would just destroy it. They'd let light in or whatever and screw up the camera.
Think about it. We lived in a time where you took a picture and you didn't know what it was going to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you had to have everything dialed in, and now we can kind of say, like smartphones and digital cameras, DSLR. You can look at it and say, I don't like it, delete it, and try it again. So.
I mean, you also have the new Fuji that came out where it's trying to mimic the film by not showing you the pictures and going into film mode, which is really It's
Is that the one
wild.
with AI? There was something that Delvon was telling us about, that there was some new camera coming out that has like AI built into it now too with the software.
I
know if it's
don't
Fuji
think
or
so. I know that
Okay.
what it does for sure is on the back of the camera, it even has a little tiny screen that mimics a view, a little window that you could see the film. So when you change the different types of like filters for that Fuji camera,
Mhm.
it'll change the little tiny like screen
Oh.
to mimic like if you're shooting with like a black and white little canister or like a
Interesting.
color canister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
there was that other
yeah.
company. I know we're getting off topic here. There was another company that actually sold. It looked like a film reel, like a not film reel, like a film, like a 35 millimeter film casing, and you put it in a analog
I saw
DSLR, and
that.
it turns it
I
into
saw
digital.
that.
Now,
Yeah.
I seen some of the output, and it
Yeah.
wasn't that great. But if you have a little camera, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I think that's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. No, I saw that. I remember seeing that actually.
So
I'm making Darren work hard because he's trying to search for it right now.
No, I was just looking up. So I know I'm just looking through Richard's stuff there. Right? We're always super impressed with everything you do there, Richard. And
Yes.
we think that
Thank you.
if I'm ever in New York, I'm heading your way to say hi.
Get some headshots done, Darren.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll get some artistic ones.
I got you. No doubt.
I mean, the last time I had photos of me done, they were nudes, and it was just some dude in his basement down the street,
Ooh.
and I had to pay him, so I was super weird.
So it wasn't like Napoleon Dynamite headshots by Deb, or what was it, Glamour shots by Deb? What was that called?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah. Mhm.
Now, speaking of photography, this is actually this is a hand-picked story just for you, Richard. So,
Go for it.
for people that use Photoshop, so Photoshop's just released this new AI tool that will upscale your old photographs. So basically, as it says here, allowing you to eliminate tedious steps, reduce friction, and make precision editing faster and more intuitive. So basically, this generative upscale from Photoshop allows you to enhance images by up to 8 megapixels before losing quality.
Huh.
Wow.
So basically, if you had a photo taken on an old digital camera, from, let's say the early 2000s, you can run it through this AI tool, and it allows you to get, I guess, using a little bit of AI magic, improve the look, I would say, the quality.
Yeah, but when is AI too much? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I understand how helpful AI is, and I know this is an ongoing conversation. It's deeper than photography, but
Yeah.
it's like I've used AI for a lot of things to help me with stuff. But it's like when it comes to creative, I guess that my stuff was creative too. But with photography, I understand like editing and we have Magic Eraser and whatever Apple calls theirs and Samsung. Upscaling isn't a big deal, but when do we say, hey, like I know when I generate pictures like with Google, it says AI in the corner, so
Right.
Yeah.
Is Photoshop going to do something like this? If Richard takes an old photo and says, hey, I'm going to upscale this a little bit, how are we going to know that it wasn't altered using AI?
It is tricky. Like for me, for example, if there's a picture that's very low light or I feel like I need it to be have more depth, I use bracketing mode when I'm shooting, and what that does is it's kind of like what the Pixel does and what iPhone does, where it has multiple pictures and it just combines them into an HDR. So what I do is after it's bracketed and I have 3 of these singular shots of one picture, the same one, I'll go into this app called Image Toolbox and I'll combine them, and it would actually upscale it, but also it would make it larger as well in terms of megabytes. So if we usually use that for low light ones, that it's like if it's night, if it's neon, if there's stuff like that, one I would definitely use bracketing. But
It's
this
still
is
your
basically
work. It's still your work.
And this is what they're doing. And if you look at it like this, also like some people that edit photos, they'll probably hit the that one button that just does everything, the auto button. And this is kind of like what this is, but this is kind of like doing a little extra step of kind of like bracketing and combining it to be HDR as well. I guess that's how it gets to be larger. I don't know. Now we're getting to the point where we're just eliminating a lot of the work, and I feel like that goes it takes away what you're doing behind what you're trying to do. So for me, when I document, I'm trying to tell a story, right? So I'm trying to, I envision something when I'm going to take that picture, whether it's on a street or a bodega or like graffiti, and I want people to actually be taken there, but I don't want people to take a shortcut there to know that, okay, the way that I want you to go there is the fast route, and that's the fast route I took to get you there. And I feel like it would mean a lot more if I actually put the work behind that picture so that people can appreciate it much better. But it's really difficult to. Yeah. I mean, for example, also let me just add this as well in terms of AI and Magic Eraser. If you look at my page, my street photography is no people. I have no people in my street photography. I don't like having people there because I want them to envision themselves in what I'm trying to portray. It's just been recently where like this show right now, actually I'm documenting people. Today I posted like a picture of the people that did our photo walk, and that's the first, like, it's very rare for me to have people on my feed. But for example, when I'm visiting the city, New York City, or if I'm visiting somewhere and it's heavy intense in terms of crowds, I will wait until there's nobody in the shot to take the shot. Or if there's somebody I catch in post, I would erase them out of it because I didn't want them there.
Yeah. Now, are you doing that with AI to erase them, or are you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's like at least a couple. In Rochester, it's very easily for me to not have people. New York City it's a little bit more tricky because it's always busy there. Yeah. So if it's something like that, and I feel like the shot would look better, then I would take them out. Because again, I want them to see this, this liminal space that I'm trying to show them in the city that I'm, trying to portray. Yeah. But yeah, so that's basically where I would see, because I guess I'm trying to tell that story, or I may just, wait and not post it or not do anything to it, because even by taking somebody out, it still doesn't look right. Yeah. All depends. Yeah. All depends.
So what makes this kind of interesting here? Sorry, Jace, I'll just jump in here. So they were saying that Adobe has this like harmonize feature, they call it, which it says here intelligently analyzes the surrounding context and automatically adjusts color, lighting, shadows, and visual tone. So basically, that's what the AI does. Now, my question, I'll ask you this, Jason, is, I mean, look, let's say you take a photo in the early 2000s on an 8 megapixel Olympus camera, digital camera, because that was the brand at the time. Do you really want to upscale it? Like, I feel like there's something, I don't know, magical about like capturing it in the moment.
Well, there's actually a movement going right now that, at least I understand, people are actually buying older, like point and shoot digital cameras because of that look. I actually have an old Panasonic, it's a 20 megapixel, like it's probably from the 2000s or probably the early 2000s, and people were clamoring for that. I don't have a battery that works anymore for it, but people will like that. I think there's two ways you can look at it. I mean, a lot of people edit photos, whether it's by hand or with AI. To me, I don't know. That's a hard question. It depends on what you're going for. Like, if you want all your old videos upscale to look better, then go ahead and do it. If you want to keep it retro and keep it the way it is, most of my photos from college and high school, we didn't have cloud storage, and most of them are gone. I lost a lot of stuff because computers hard drives don't last forever. I actually documented a lot of stuff I used to do computer programming when I first started college. One of our things was to build a web page. So I just went on my dorm room and my dorm and like documented college life and put it on. I had a Jason hate club. I walk around and said, "Do you hate me?" And they say yes. I go, "Okay." So I take a picture of their face and say, "Tell me why." And I had a whole thing. Wow. But the college obviously didn't keep it around for.
It's an internet.
I just graduated, but didn't keep it very long. So all the camera I used was a Kodak. It was purple and it was about that long, and you had to hold it like this.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But those photos are long gone, and that's the sad part about it. If you can find the photos, I would keep them the way they are, unless I was doing like, I had a friend who passed away recently, and I found a bunch of old like photographs. So I uploaded them and then shared them with, we had like a memory, like a memory of life or whatever. So I
Yeah.
kind of
There.
for that situation it was different because you could see his face a little better and us together. That's
Yeah.
about the only reason why I would think to like a printed photograph. But yeah, I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for and what you want to get out of photos. You know.
I agree.
So the photos are gone, but the hate club remains. It's now on Reddit. If you decide I hate Jason, you will find many pages worth.
Oh, we this webpage was awesome. Me and my buddy, like he passed away too, but we went around interviewing women like, why do nice guys always finish last? And it was a simple question, and we had like so many. I mean, it was fun because you got yourself out there. You had to meet people. This is pre YouTube, you know. So this is MySpace days.
Wow.
All right, let's lighten the mood here instead of Jason talking about all the friends he kills off. Sorry, sorry.
Well,
So, you know, we got all these OpenAI and Claude and Perplexity and Gemini. So I stumbled across this article this week and it made me laugh out loud. So, you know, when you're logging into a website and it asks you, are you a robot? And you have to click a series of buttons to kind of
so much.
So OpenAI, their little chat agent, has done something kind of funny. So their chat GPT agent, when was asked to sign into a website, had to go through the verification test, and it actually clicked itself that it was not a robot. And they've actually got a screenshot here for you of it actually doing it. The agent itself, the AI agent, actually clicking, I am not a robot. Now that scares the shit out of me, because if it isn't a robot, then what does it consider
But
itself?
aren't robots and AI trained to be human? So maybe they don't know.
No, but so
You've watched the cartoon on Netflix, Meet the Mitchells? Remember how they were training the robots to be human?
Right. So you're saying, so let me get this right. You're saying that it may not know it's a robot.
Right.
And that's why it's clear. Huh.
Maybe he
How
was
do we know Richard's not a robot? How do we know
Listen.
Darren's not a robot?
Maybe he was programmed to have 100% degree of freedom to choose. Whatever he wants. 100% degree of freedom, and he just was like, you know what? I'm gonna go this route, and I'm not a robot.
Listen.
Well, think about it this way. When you go to a website, it's like I went to look at like back in the day, I was into craft beer, and you go to this company's website. Are you 21 years of age or older?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I'm only 18. Nope. No, you're gonna lie. So the robot just lied. That's scary too, though.
Right.
Yes.
It's human-like, though, right? Isn't that the whole point of AI?
So I have to ask the question then. So are we going to have a button in the near future that says I'm not human? Like what's the button going to refer to now? Because that's a bit too specific now, right? Especially if we have these. So, yeah, I don't know. We just got a question here from someone who's in the chat. What phone are you using as your main device right now?
We guys
Richard,
can go one by one. Let's start with Richard.
You can go one by one. I'll start with Richard.
All right. I had a 9 Pro XL, but that one it shit the bed. I'll just say that.
Okay.
But I was able to upgrade. So I have the 25 Ultra now.
Ooh,
right.
I thought you were gonna say iPhone.
But I also have a backup 8 Pro that I'm actually holding on to because I'm 100% sure I'm going to get a pretty good AT&T deal for trading this boy in.
Oh yeah.
So
are you looking forward to the 10? Okay, the 10.
Oh, I think for 100%, yes, I'm definitely looking forward to the Pro XL. I mean, this is probably on the docket later of us talking about it, but definitely 100%. I think what's great is that, they're adding those, the magnets for the charging. From what I'm hearing,
Qi 2, I think.
Qi 2 is going to be amazing. It's pretty cool. And I'm a no case guy. I live the wild side. So I love it because I've been using cases with the magnets in the back. It's really convenient, when I'm driving.
Richard, sub question for a second.
Sure.
Are you a face up or face down phone user?
Ooh.
Oh, when it's on the table?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now, they're both face up. I'm looking.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah. Okay.
They're both face up.
We just wanted to know if you were a crazy person. That's all. Keep going.
Yeah, no, they're both face. I don't know why people do face down. Well,
there's some situations you can do face down, but we'll go
yeah, like if I'm looking at the fact that this wiggles a lot on the camera hump.
Yeah,
right.
That would be one reason why you would want it to be face down. But yeah, no, I'm face up for sure. But yeah, no, I love not having cases. I mean, I've been, knock on wood, really great with doing it every year with not having that a case on it. But yeah, no, I'm excited for the 10 Pro XL, the battery improvement, the brightness of the screen, all the little tiny improvements that I wanted with the 9 Pro XL. It looks like they're trying to just get that in there.
They're listening.
And I think it's
they're listening to customers.
Yeah, I'm biting my tongue because there's so much Pixel 10 stuff we could talk about right now.
We're going to talk about that very soon.
We're talking about our main phone.
Right.
Because the
Yeah,
battery efficiency stuff you're talking about is probably due to some other things too. But Darren, what do you
mean? Oh,
mean?
yes.
So right now, to answer for SZ44's question, I today just sold my S25 Ultra in anticipation of the Pixel, to be honest with you. To buy the Pixel. But I'm currently using the Vivo X200 Ultra, primarily because the camera on this thing is just
nothing beats
incredible.
It.
Nothing.
I've seen pictures. That looks really good.
Yeah, the photo when I went to Australia, I was always a bit worried when I went to Australia because when you're using a phone designed for China, if it's going to work properly. But I took this to the Dominican Republic. I took it to Australia. And I had absolutely no issues at all. I was getting 5G. Everything was coming through. Wi-Fi calling was working. I had no issues whatsoever with
it's sad they won't make it global, but they won't make any money in the US.
But as I was telling Jason, and I posted this morning on X, now you can change the launcher so you can get rid of a lot of the other shit that's on there.
Well, here in the US, I can't speak for Canada. I know you're North America, but there's different. In the US, it's just there's still some small caveats that you just can't use. That things don't.
Yeah, there are certain things. Yeah.
And for us, it doesn't matter because we're enthusiasts, but leading into my main, I actually changed mains, but I do have the Ultra as well. And the right color, the red, of course. I don't know what Darren was thinking.
I got the black. Sorry. I'm a black and silver guy. Everybody knows this.
Darren was in Hong Kong on a layover and didn't get me the photography kit. But
sorry, man.
There is this, and this is and you can see the ring, the magnetic ring there. So like you, Richard, you do the same thing. But I switched. I have two SIMs, and that's my backup. My main SIM's in the Nothing Phone 3, the most controversial phone of 2025 thus far.
I love that little tiny little screen.
It's weird to me.
No, it's right. I'm pointing at the wrong side. It's right here. So this is the case where you put the phone down.
Yes.
So right there, I just turned it on at the time. But the camera's been pretty good. I have no complaints. It's not obviously Vivo good, but I'll be honest. The worst thing about the phone is, I don't know if it's the phone itself, but the battery life is okay. I wouldn't say it's stellar, especially with the silicon carbon it has. But I've noticed some things, like some apps just take a couple milliseconds longer. I know it's first world problems, but when you come from a phone like the Vivo or something with the Snapdragon Elite, But besides that, the phone, I have the I can't grab them right now, but I have the Nothing headphone ones. Best headphones I've ever.
Do?
Oh my God, they are the best sounding headphones I've ever used.
Oh, they look so nice.
And they sound amazing. Now, I have the Sonys on right now because
better than the Sony.
Oh, these are the 5s, not the 6s. Oh, this
doesn't matter. 5s are regarded as the best.
Still, so I don't have the 6, but you got to remember one thing: these are about the same price as the Nothing headphones now,
right?
Because they're old. The new ones are like $500. The Apple Air, whatever they're called, the Maxes are like $600.
Right.
The Nothing ones are $300, which still is nothing to sneeze at. That's still a lot of money. But the tuning from KEF or CAF, however you want to say it, oh my God. The only reason I'm not using them for the live stream right now is what I noticed is when I plugged it into the headphone jack, I have to have the headphones on. And I don't know why that is. Like the Sonys aren't on right now, and
that's
I don't
weird.
want to. I don't want to sync to my phone right now. But then they also have Nothing came out with the.
I saw the Watch
3 Pro.
Yeah.
Like they've got an ecosystem. Nice. CMF and Nothing are really killing it. But what I've heard, the Nothing Phone 3 is not selling. It is not selling.
So there are a few rumors out there.
5,000 units only or something like that.
So I don't know if you Jason, but Engadget did a review on the Nothing Phone 3 just a couple of days ago, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for the most part, they said it's pretty good. Now, I'm just going to go down to the summary here.
They recommended it. So that's good.
Yeah, they did recommend it. They said it's the company's first true flagship. Bigger screen, battery, glyph matrix, all of that stuff. Camera performance is erratic. I don't know what that word means.
Hearing the word erratic though, really just like I've never heard that. So the camera on the same sensor.
So I was out, Jason. Yeah, I was out at a fair yesterday, and Darren and I sent you some pictures. And I had the Vivo and I had the Nothing. So I try to carry both phones when I go somewhere. So I was taking pictures of my kid. I had a kid about 4 or 5 months ago. And I was doing some challenging photos, like he was in his car seat and I was peeking through like a crack. Yeah. And like the Vivo, it's just amazing. But the Nothing, while not quite as well, I haven't had that many issues. Now,
I was just going to say inconsistent would probably be a better word for erratic, and they already put it out.
Yeah. I wouldn't say... I think the biggest thing I noticed too is like with Apple, which Apple has done a really good job of switching between sensors and not seeing much change, like color science was. There is some change with, well, I've seen it with the Vivo too, but with the Nothing, I do see some color change. The zoom is really good. Yeah, it's only, I think it's 3x optical. I haven't used the macro. The macro does use the periscope, I believe. But what I've read is the 3A Pro, which is the $250, $300 phone, $400.
Yeah.
It actually has a bigger sensor on the periscope because Nothing in the phone 3 decided to make it all flush. So they had this is the periscope, but
really
it's all flush.
Common thing happening this year.
But we all know that sensor size isn't always what it means, especially with new photography or new smartphones. It's all about processing. Nothing has really stepped it up, and I've had a few updates since, and I've had nothing but great. I wouldn't say awesome. Let me say good. I've had good results with the camera.
Okay. So I guess
I still take the Vivo. Yeah, I still take the Vivo. Like it's always like,
of course,
I gotta take the Vivo with me.
So like I mean I posted a whole bunch of photos on X, photos that I took when I was in Australia, and like I did
some
just
OnlyFans like ones too. You shouldn't have sent that to us.
It's true. Yeah, I know. I had to. I mean, we won't go into that now.
He was drinking something over there in Australia. I don't know what he was sending.
It's true. Yeah. But so I'm just gonna pick on Engadget for a second here because I'm gonna just touch on what Richard said here about using the word erratic. I feel like erratic is a very negative term for describing a camera, and it almost makes me wonder: are they trying to tank purchases with a word like that? Because it's so random for someone to use that in
but they still recommend it. Like they still say it's a recommended phone.
But you know what? Like no one's buying a camera that's erratic. That implies that it doesn't work properly, that it's chaotic, right? Like that's what erratic means. It means chaos.
Well, Darren, remember one thing too. Yeah. Whoever reviewed this, do they know anything about camera? Like I'm not a photographer by any means. Yeah. Someone like Richard could take this phone.
He'd make it amazing. He
could put it through his paces and see what it's worth. Yeah. Me, on the other hand, I'm doing point and shoot of family, some landscaping, some to me, for what I need it for, it does a really, really good job.
Yeah.
But I'm sure like the Vivo, to me, still is the best phone camera of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's going to be hard to beat. It's going to be really hard to beat.
Next year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, you and I bought the Ultra not knowing if it was going to live up to the hype. Like there's been a lot of phones that have come out since then. I think like, not to give away like what'll be our end of year show, like as some of its parts, like the Vivo is exceptional. Great battery, great screen, excellent cameras, great processor. There's not a lot to fault. The software has to be flexed.
It depends where you live.
It does, yeah. It has to be made flexed to make it work for you.
That's why I like Pixel. Like I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I'm not kidding, no joke. It's turned on probably once or twice a week, and for like just to make sure I don't got any messages or to update iOS. But Pixel, and I'm not saying Apple's not, but Pixel is a phone like the 10 coming out. I'm excited for it because they're the cameras you can rely on if you like that cooler color. Like Apple always tends to be more warm. I'm more of the cooler, contrasty when it comes out auto. But Pixel is interesting this year because they have the new Tensor chip, which still isn't as powerful as most other ones, but it's going to be better. But it's my thing is the what do they call it? The processing for the photos. Their new sense that they have a new processor for the photos, and they're saying for me, I'm going to see video take a huge leap.
Yes.
I don't think Pixels have been terrible by any means. I know Apple's like, oh, we're the best, whatever.
Let's talk. Let's talk. We got it on screen. We got it right here. Let's go. So, Pixel 10. Okay, so let's just.
That's an original fold. That's a terrible picture.
I know, right? I know.
Sure.
Moment here. Can we just laugh at how this manages to happen every single year? And I'm sure it's Google that's leaking it themselves. Like at one point, like this is the way they drum up interest, which is awesome. I get it. So this is what we know so far about the Pixels. Now this week, the price is released, and let's start.
No increase.
So it looks like there
US.
hasn't been an increase in prices.
Depends where you live, Darren. In Canada, the Pixel 10 will be $10,000 Canadian.
I have another article here. So this is what Forbes was saying. This came out earlier this week.
Powerful.
So they're saying here, US prices, base model $799 for the 128. The Pixel 10 Pro will start at $999. The Pro XL at $1199. And the Pro Fold at $1799.
Well, and I think the Pro XL starts at $256. They don't have a 128 in the Pro. It's only
that's correct. That says that here.
$1199 is a lot of money for a phone. And we had this big argument, like Darren, when you were off, everyone kept saying the Nothing Phone 3 is not a flagship because But the Tensor has never been a flagship processor, but Google still touted it as a flagship. So my understanding is a flagship. I know it's off topic a little bit, but a flagship is a company's best effort. To them. So the Tensor G5, whatever it's going to be, hopefully, with the photo processing that we're going to talk about probably here in a little bit, I'm excited for it. I really am. It looks the same. It's a beautiful design. Apple's copying them so they can have the same visors, look next year, this September.
So I will say this much.
Sorry, Richard, I know you're a big Apple fan, so
no, the design 100%. I'm glad they didn't change it. I still think the Pixel 9 Pro XL is the best design phone of the last year. That doesn't change in my mind.
It's iconic.
It is iconic, and now it's become very distinguishable because this is like the fourth generation.
You could look around and look at the last 5 generations of iPhone. You wouldn't know it unless you really knew. But and the same with Pixel, I guess, too, the last couple of years. But you walk around, and everyone in the U.S. at least has an iPhone. So when you see somebody that has a visor like this, you're like, oh, yeah.
I mean, we're seeing it also in shows and like media, too. Like Abbott Elementary, there was a Pixel there. I'm like, oh.
Netflix. Yeah. Well, Apple charges some, from what I understand, is to have an iPhone, you got to pay a pretty penny to have it. And Pixel is giving it to every NBA star and which is, you hate it or love it. That's how you get, that's called marketing, Yeah.
100%.
That's how you do it.
It wasn't there also like a thing where if somebody was using an iPhone, it could not be the bad character in whatever show?
Yes. Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. That couldn't be the villain. That's correct.
Oh my God. That's so
That's why we can't carry iPhones on the screen because we're all villains here. So.
I honestly feel like if you look at Apple's streaming platform, if you watch a lot of their shows, it's funny the kind of shows they put their money into because a lot of them don't really have a quote unquote villain. It's more like an anti-hero. Because they want people to use the iPhone but not associate it with villainy, which I guess is smart, by their marketing team.
Do you have Apple Plus or whatever it's called?
I do, yeah.
Do a lot of the shows, do people use iPhones in them?
Almost every single one.
I would assume. I don't have Apple TV Plus because I don't have I have an iPhone, but I don't. There's no show that I really want to pay for to watch with Apple Plus. So
I'll be honest with you, some of the best programming.
What was that? Hold on. What'd you say, Richard?
Ted and wait, am I saying it wrong? Oh my God.
Ted Lasso. Yeah.
Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso on Severance. Really good. Really good.
You know what you got to watch on Apple TV? Dark Matter. Dark Matter is the best show on Apple TV, and I'll stand on that ground. If you haven't watched that show,
I know, but there's you got Apple or you got Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and I posted something earlier. The biggest show that's coming out is HBO Max Peacemaker season 2.
Oh my god, I can't
Okay,
wait.
John Cena is
I can't wait.
hilarious.
Yeah,
That's the most underrated show I've ever watched. It's so funny to watch.
yeah.
So hilarious.
I think if I remember correctly, it's been so long since season 1. Like, there's like some bald eagle that like flies in on the intro. It's hilarious.
Now, let me ask you this: did you see Superman? Yeah,
I haven't. I want to see it because because just the controversy around it. I've heard it's good. I heard it's bad.
Without giving too much away, there's a Peacemaker spoiler in the film.
Of course there is. It's DC.
Yeah,
that has
it's
to be.
DC, right? Yeah. Richard, did you see
Nice.
Superman?
I did not.
Okay.
Did not want to take it. I didn't want to pay for it, so I'm gonna wait till it gets on.
That's what I'm gonna do too. My thing
I'll be
about
honest
DC is that I was so mad because like Black Adam got such bad ratings. I thought it was a very good movie. It's an action movie. It's not supposed to be like Emmy award winning or Grant. It's just a movie. And at the end of Black Adam, there was a cameo with Superman, and they and then there's a tie-in with Shazam, and that was a funny. But DC doesn't do very well, and I think now that Superman got canceled, and they have a new guy. I'd love to see Black Adam and Superman combo. That'd be great as well too, but it's just not going to happen.
No.
I don't know how we got on this from the Pixel.
I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, back to the Pixel. Richard brought this up earlier in the show. He was talking about how they're going to be including QI2 wireless magnets into the design.
What are they calling it though? Pixel.
Don't know yet. No idea. Pixel Snap. Pixel Snap. There we go.
There you go.
So they make the devices a little heavier and a little thicker, which is not a big deal. I'm okay with that if we get MagSafe, charging and whatever. And we already talked a little bit about the design. So not a lot going on with the design. A little bit of colors.
Looks a little more rounded, maybe.
This silver color is beautiful. I actually hope they don't round it out too much because I hated the design of the 9A. I hope they keep some of the flat edges. And
speaking of the 9A, it's on sale right now on Amazon for like $3.99.
Yeah, it's not worth $3.99. That thing's garbage. I hated that fucking phone. It's the first Pixel in 10 years that I cannot recommend to anybody.
Hot take from Darren.
Yeah.
Although I've heard it before from you.
Yeah. No, not a fan. But anyway, the 10 will redeem itself. Let's hope so. Anyway.
Google, if you're listening, I still love Pixels. Okay, thanks.
So Jason knows this. So because I'm part of the Google Canada team over here, I get a little sneak peek the day before the press release on the 19th.
Oh, nice.
So I get to see the devices, hold the devices, play with the devices.
I may wear a costume and drive to Canada.
I've already offered. If anyone wants to drive up here, I'll bring you with me. I will.
Which one of you is Darren? I'm like, I'm Darren, not him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jason. How far are you from Canada?
Where I don't know where he's going, but it's probably 4 or 5 hours max.
Got you. Okay.
Richard, you're closer.
I'm right underneath.
Yeah, you're in New York, so you're a lot closer.
I can swim right over Lake Ontario.
So Richard, I'm in Ohio, so I've got like a state and some water to go through.
Oh man, for sure.
Listen, the door's open. If you guys want to come, I can bring along my photographer and my media publicist there. So so you let me know. I'll put you on the list. But
I got my enhanced license. Go.
Let's go. Yeah.
So Canada, there used to be a time when Canada didn't require a passport, but now they do, correct?
Well, because of you guys. But we want to.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You guys.
You guys.
I'm not a politician. I don't know what you're talking about.
We won't talk about that. But let's
go. We'll move on.
Can I just say that if this, I hope that this silver color is a real color of the Pixel.
It's
because
beautiful.
It's not obsidian, but it's not silver. It's like in between. I love that color.
Yeah,
like
but
that's
Google's also going like, I don't know about the pro models, but like they have a bunch of colors coming out. Like
I had a photo of it somewhere. Hang on, let me see if I can.
But it's why does Apple and Google always offer like the cooler, like the more flamboyant colors, I guess, to the lower.
I remember when they had an evergreen a couple models ago, and it was so beautiful. I loved it. It was like a forest type green.
I love the Pixel too when they had the Panda with the like orange button on the side.
Oh God, that was so nice. Yeah, and then the sides was black. It was just so good.
So here is the official colorway. So I'm guessing you have obsidian
for all of them, or just the.
This is the pros, I believe. There's the pro colors. So you have obsidian, that shimmery pearl, whatever they're going to call this silvery blue color, which looks amazing. and this
The green.
lime green.
I wouldn't
guess.
say lime.
Like jade, not jade. That's too
Yeah,
light.
maybe a jade. I
Okay.
don't know. But either way, it's better than most.
Exactly. I mean,
Samsung has like black and white. Well, not always, I guess, but
yeah. Now, one thing they are talking about here, and this has been on a few different publications with the Pixel, is that we're looking at, with the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, a bigger screen and a larger battery. So they're changing the aspect ratio of the Pixel 10 Pro Fold a little bit. Not hugely, like a little bit.
So,
making it,
okay. I had the Pixel Fold 1.
yes.
And I didn't like that it didn't open up completely. I know it was stupid.
Right.
When I heard the reviews, I'm like, this is dumb. But when I actually had it, I'm like, it does kind of bother me. The Tensor was way underpowered for that big screen.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
they did a total 360 with the next one, the 9 Pro Fold.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It got pretty good reviews. But again, most people said it wasn't very powerful. I think in the U.S., and I can't speak for the other parts of the country, but in the U.S., we have Samsung. OnePlus disappeared. They had one that released. And we have Google,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Who
it.
else is making a foldable that's readily available in the U.S.? That's about it. And I think Google, I'm more interested in the Google version than the Samsung version. I really am.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
So I think too, because they're talking about it having IP68 waterproofing. So the
Yes.
Pixel 9, the 10 Pro Fold looks like it's going to be really kind of stepping up in regards to thing. We're getting a bigger battery, so it's going up to
I think
approximately
it's bigger.
5.
Is it silicon carbon though? That's the thing. Like,
I don't know.
understand-
I don't know about that, but it is going up like to 5,015
like
from
10-15% bigger. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's big.
More peak brightness.
And you got to remember, the Tensor G5 or Tensor 5 chip, what they're calling, is going to be more efficient. It's built on a better base. It's 3 nanometers, I believe, as opposed to 4 or 5. So hopefully, I don't know. I'm always partial to Pixel phones. They're usually the phones I hang on to the most, but this year, the Vivo has been the one I already sold my 9 Pro XL.
Yeah.
When I kind of miss it too.
I don't think I can get rid of the Vivo, but we won't talk about that now.
Well, anyways, I'm not talking about the Vivo either. Yeah.
Let's talk about Richard. Richard, let me ask you this, right? So you were talking about the Pixel 10 Pro series being a pretty big change, or pretty important change here, I should say. So what are you leaning towards if you were going to upgrade this year? Because I know you said you had the 9 Pro XL. Are you going the XL model? Or are you thinking Fold? What's the
definitely XL for sure. The Fold was something I was thinking about, but the price, I just can't justify paying $1,800 for a phone.
Yeah,
I really
That's
can't.
the hardest pill to swallow right there. It's the price.
Yeah,
man. Like it's just too much.
And you know the cameras are going to be a little hampered. They're not going to be as good.
They have it here, information. So actually, it's funny that you talk about the camera, because they're saying that there is new hardware. So you're going to get a 50 megapixel Samsung GN8 wide
This is
angle.
on the Fold or just the Pixel 10 in general?
This is the regular Pixel 10.
Okay.
So they're getting a 13 megapixel Sony ultra wide, 11 megapixel telephoto.
That's on the base model. Okay.
On the base model, but this is the first time I think the Pixel 10 has had a telephoto.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
They always had ultra wide and just a main sensor. Yeah.
Now, as far as the pros are concerned, so we're
There we
getting
go.
a 50 megapixel Samsung GNV wide angle lens and a trio of 48 megapixel Sony IMX858 lenses handling the telephoto, ultra wide, and selfie cameras.
So they're
pretty
all
much
50 and 48 megapixels. Well, I
Yeah,
think
nothing-
iPhone's doing the same thing with the 17. They're
Yeah,
going 50
nothing
and
much
48
has changed
megapixel.
there.
Yeah.
Now, a little bit disappointing to hear, if this is true, that
That's
the
wild. Oh my god.
Pixel 10 Pro Fold is going to keep the 48 megapixel main
Now hold
lens.
on. It's all about processing, and
Yes, I know,
The
I
Tensor
know.
5 is going to have a better. I don't know what they call it. I'm surprised they don't mention it here. Some new chip.
Yeah, it's an
it's-
imaging chip. I don't
Yeah,
even have it in this
It's
article.
supposed to
but-
make things better.
Yeah,
We all know we're going to get a Pixel device, no matter what.
it is.
But the
And you know what?
phones have always lacked a little bit. Obviously,
But I'll be honest with you, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, it took good photos.
I never
they
had one.
just
Did you
weren't-
have one?
I had one for a little while, yeah.
Oh, nice.
But only, like, it takes good photos, but not great photos. That's the
Mm.
simplest way to put it. If you're somebody that like lives and dies by Instagram, maybe the Pro Fold is not for you.
Oh,
The
that's
Pro
for you then,
XL,
right?
like I think even though it's similar camera setup, again, Jason's right. It comes down to processing and software, and Google doesn't do a bad job in that at all.
I mean, bigger sensors do help. I mean,
Of
you
course,
want more
yeah.
light, you want more big,
Yeah.
I guess, binning or whatever. You know, the big thing Apple did was they went from binning down to 12 to 24 megapixels, so you get a
Yeah.
little more detail. I'm surprised a lot of other companies haven't done it. Now, Vivo has done an update on the X200 Ultra in trial where it does do that, but I don't know if anybody on the Android side besides that is doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, software, a whole bunch of software features. I'm not going to go into this, and a whole bunch of AI.
And they're going to announce all that. It's all going to be AI, and that's the thing that Google excels at is software, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Well, so I guess the Vex asked a question, right? So the Pixel 10 Pro looks interesting, right? It's got some functional upgrades. There's a lot going on with, what Google's bringing to the table. So is this going to be the year that Google conquers and maybe takes down one of the big players? Is this going to topple Samsung?
no.
Apple?
No.
Motorola?
Okay, so my thing is Apple's never going away.
No.
At least not for a long time. They may shrink, they may grow, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pixels can only go up. And they've been growing by leaps and bounds, but they're small.
Yeah.
But Android in general, throughout the world, it's got a bigger stronghold than Apple does. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I want
again,
competition. I don't want one company to rule them all.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, Apple's are great devices. I have one, but it's not my cup of tea. I don't want them to say, I don't want to wake up every morning and saying, I only have one choice, and that's Apple. I don't want that. With Android, you have decisions. Like you can get Sony, you can get Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus, Samsung. You can pick and choose what UI you want, what camera system you want, how much you want to spend. Yeah, you can go spend $50 on an Android phone. It'll be crappy, but that's all you could afford. You got a smartphone. You know, you go with Apple, you're going to be spending what? $499, $599 for new phones that are, low. I don't know. To me, it's just I want competition. Samsung, Google, Motorola, Apple, bring it on. The more, the merrier.
Right. Yeah, we all win as consumers.
Exactly.
We all, every time one of them does something, they always try and put a flip on it to make it theirs now. And at the end of the day, we again have the optional choice, and we do even. It's great.
But if Pixel does do the Pixel Snap, Apple users are going to say, "See, you copied us."
Yeah,
and you're going to hear
it's okay because Apple's just going to copy the design, so we'll call it even.
There you go.
There you go. Right? Yeah.
Post that on Twitter.
I will
X,
absolutely.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
X. Sorry.
So that actually brings us to the end of today's show. But before we go, as promised, I want to just pull together a little clip here. We will leave it there.
Yeah, because you're going to get copyrighted. You know that, right?
I know. We're going to get copyrighted for sure on that one. So listen, Richard, thank you very much for joining us on today's show. We will post up. It actually is already posted up on our YouTube, all the stuff that Richard's doing. Please take a look, like and subscribe, and check out, if you're in the Rochester area, check out what he does because he does amazing things. And we have to get you back on very soon, Richard. As soon as you're not as busy, man, for sure we'll get you on back again.
For sure. After the launch, I'll jump on and we'll talk about our new Pixels for sure.
Sounds good. Yes. Yeah. Now, for everybody that is catching us after the show, thank you very much. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. We're also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, anywhere you find amazing
YouTube
tech podcasts.
music.
And YouTube music. Just show us some love, hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notify button so that you don't miss out on future shows. And Jason and I would really appreciate it. On that note, we are going to sign off and we will be back at the same time next week, next Sunday. Catch you. Peace.